How do you feel about awkward questions?
The mean?
No, I want to ask an awkward, an icky question, an insensitive question that I think will add depth to our conversation very quickly before the sun goes down and we're done for the evening. But only if you're comfortable with that.
Well, we won't know if we're comfortable until you ask, so...
Fair point.
Maybe you just ask.
Okay.
If you don't ask, I'm gonna leave here wondering what we missed out on.
Very well. My question is this. And now I feel it's been built up to. Should I request a drum roll? I'm going to request a drum roll. A drum roll, please, ladies. Keep going, keep going, keep going. More. Now, my question is, how do you feel about polygamy? How do you feel about the concept of a man having multiple wives?
I mean, it's not for me.
Are you asking from a biblical perspective?
Mormonism has a controversial history with the misogynist practice of men claiming multiple wives, but I am fascinated by the idea of modern revelation, which was used to erase this behavior from the church in 1890. I just think that's worthy of conversation. Yeah? And what I mean by that is that we're discussing a church that decided that a controversial practice was a stain on its reputation and an actual hindrance to recruiting new members. And so it used revelation, the word of God told unto the prophet, to banish a provocative religious pillar that seemed unsavory in contemporary times.
Yeah, I know that it may be difficult to understand, but polygamy was a spiritual mission needed at the time in order to grow the ranks of our membership in the wake of much hardship and bloodshed. A man having plural wives meant more babies to help the community grow.
It's sketch for sure to a modern
And it was removed from the church not just because it was grotesque or controversial, but just because it wasn't necessary anymore.
You see, I worry, and forgive my loud language, I worry that Joseph Smith used the concept of polygamy to legitimize his affairs with other women. I worry that Joseph's wife, Emma Smith, was upset when he slept with Fanny Elger, their 16-year-old maid. I worry that he formulated a plan to use revelation for consequence-free sex in the aftermath of that indiscretion and others like it. You know, with great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
Voltaire.
Right.
I guess what I would pose to the room is my concern that polygamy has no spiritual bearing whatsoever.
That is somewhat of a distortion, I think.
The church's own history corroborates and implies this cynical brainwashing tactic.
Is that true?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure where you're getting this.
If revelation by God is filtered through man, and man is flawed and man sins and man lies, then how do we know any of it's true?
We know it's true because of how it makes us feel.
Bingo! That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Couldn't agree more. It's our personal relationship with God which matters.